Welcome to the Lead to Win podcast, where each week you will hear from a different leader on the front lines in sports, business, and life. I'm your host, Bo Bergen. Let's get to work. I want to welcome you to a brand new podcast called Lead to Win, and a little introduction on myself. I'm a father of two, first and foremost. With a wonderful wife of 9 years who happens to be my high school sweetheart. So we've been together a total of about 16 years, married for 9. Currently, I'm a high school athletic director at a mid-sized high school in Southwest Missouri. I'm currently in my 6th year, and I'm often the youngest in the room at any meetings I go to. But I choose to see that as a challenge that I'm willing to take and take the bull by the horns, so to speak. I've also I'm a former college baseball player and high school pitching coach, and I love the game of baseball as well as most other sports. Obviously, in my current role, and I'm a current student of the leadership game. I have a need to try to make myself better as a leader, and I hope you do too if you're listening to this. Kind of what brought about this podcast. Being a high school athletic director, I don't have a whole lot of time to do things like this, but I felt the need to do it because myself, I found myself really having a need for consistent and relative professional development. And by being the host of this podcast, I in no means am an expert on everything that I will be talking about with others and guests on this podcast. So I want to get that out first and foremost. I'm not an expert in really anything, but I did see a need for some professional development for leaders, and not just in the sports setting, but also in business and life in general. There's leaders all over the place. In life as the leader of your household. That's a very important leadership role as fathers, as mothers, and hopefully people from all backgrounds can get something out of this podcast. And I'm going to do my best to do that and navigate through relevant content and relevant topics and things like that. Obviously I wanted to learn from others, and that's why I structured this podcast as an interview type structure. I wanted to bring people on that would make me better and make you better by listening to them. And of course, providing this platform helps me do that, helps me get better, helps you get better, and hopefully we can all grow from throughout the course of this podcast. As far as our release schedule, I'm shooting for a new episode to come out every Tuesday morning. I wanted to give myself a day at the beginning of the week to organize everything. I didn't want to do it Monday morning because I'm a busy man, and sometimes I may forget things on Monday mornings. So Tuesday mornings is when we will release new podcast episodes. And as I mentioned earlier, the structure for these podcasts will be the interview format, and it'll involve leaders from the sports industry, business industry, and I would even be open to having some life coaches or just things in life in general that people have leadership roles in. And we'll discuss topics such as development, skill building, mental health, values and beliefs, leading through organizational changes, and much, much more. We already have a great lineup of guests throughout the next few weeks, and looking forward to having them provide some insight and some information on how we can all get better as leaders and develop those we lead to be winners. So I'm really looking forward to getting this podcast up and running, and I want to really thank you guys for being here and listening and buying into what we're trying to do. and hopefully you can get a lot of good out of it. And, I look forward to growing together over the course of the next few weeks.